The lust to control other human beings is a story as old as time. There's a very strong drift in the direction of globalization, of the ultimate centralization of control in the hands of unelected officials at supranational organizations.
They want all of the resources of the world in their pocket.
The bigger picture is that an attempt is underway now to collapse liberal democracy and replace it with global technocracy.
This is a coup. They're saying we can control with rules. We don't need currency anymore.
It's like an inverted prison. You are supposedly free to roam about, but everything you want to access is behind lock and key.
The potential for social control is gigantic and potentially irreversible.
They plan to commandeer land, reduce farming, and radically change the food we eat, transform the supply of electricity, and then dictate how we use it, and replace currency with a system of credits. All three strategies are built on the premise of a climate crisis caused by carbon dioxide.
I do not think there's a climate crisis, and I base that on all the evidence and the climate data sets that we build to answer questions just like that. The government is very clear that they want a catastrophic story.
There is no single science paper that proves conclusively that humans control all or most of the global climate.
Europe's mad dash towards net zero is effectively economic suicide. Politicians are purposely impoverishing ordinary people, purposely deindustrializing Europe.
It's just tremendous amount of damage in the name of saving the planet. It does make you ask, what is it we're actually saving if we're paving it over?
I think what we're dealing with here is actually a global war on agriculture.
When you look at how many farms are selling out, we're walking into food shortages.
If I can switch everybody from real food to pharma food, then 100% of the agriculture industry can go through my publicly traded stocks, and I have complete control.
This is the biggest public relations scam in the history of the world. But it's far more than that. It's a blueprint. It is the action plan.
All life on Earth is going to be radically changed.
Everything will be monitored. The environmental consequences of every human action.
The general population cannot fathom the psychopathy of the vision that they're facing.
Once the digital ID is in place, it's game over for humanity.
All right, first and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Kaha, Kwatash. Double honors to the elders and apostles and my teachers of GMS. Shalom to the hopeful elect, preaching this word of truth, sincerity to you ribs, to you sisters out there learning silence and staying in order. I say to you all, Shalom. Right, this is the video that we just saw. You know, there's been rumors about the CHIP coming out in 2030. And you know, brother's been talking about this for a while now, and it's coming to fruition, like you're seeing it. And there's still, like, you know, I'm in disbelief in how blind and how sleep the majority of the masses are. Right, at this point, there's no excuse, man. You definitely a sheep, you know, marching their way to the slaughter. Right, Esau does this with, you know, smooth words, telling you that this is for your convenience. This is for the betterment of the world. Right? But slowly they're putting digital shackles on you. This is Isaiah chapter 32, verse 7. The instruments also of the churl are evil. Right? That word churl goes into scoundrel, right? You look at the word scoundrel, you put it on Google search and put images in there. You're gonna see a lot of characters, cartoon characters that look like the JOOS's, the small hatters. Versus he devises wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, right? These promises of betterment, you know, free energy, right? No more this, no more monthly bills. And for what? Right, for power. A lot of the AI, they build in AI so they could take a lot of the low paying jobs out, and you know, they're gonna move work right to those who they see fit. It says, even when the needy speaketh right. Right, and the prophets and the highways and byways are the ones that's actually speaking right. Right, and everybody will be affected by this. The good, the bad, and the honest. They've already started to cancel out the middle class and put a big gap between the two. A lot of the politicians are bought out and extorted. And that's how this ball started rolling, right? When you look at the Illuminati and what their world dominance plan was, you know, the ball started rolling, and then when it started rolling, there was no turning back. But even before then, right, we have, you know, bankers and things of that nature that were in power. And this system has been, you know, put in place for a long time, slowly but surely, to control the earth and the world. All the way back from, you know, Job 9:24. Actually, let's get that. That's a good one. Oldie but a goodie. The earth is given unto the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Right? This world was given to Esau Edom, and he's gonna do his job. Right? He's gonna set out what the Lord had made him to do, and it's to control. He wants his kingdom, right? He wants his promises by force, by bloodshed, by the sword, because he was blessed by the sword. By force, he's gonna try to eat. He's gonna try to establish his kingdom here. This is Job 5:12. He disappointeth the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. Right, so, you know, these guys think that, you know, the pride of their heart has deceived them, right? And they think that they're going to be able to continue their houses forever. You know, the Lord lets them, you know, roam around until it's time to put the choke on them and shut all that down. But, you know, the whole credit score thing in China was really a small hatter's idea, man. You know, I'm just speaking as a man, but they control the whole earth. They even control these other countries, China, Russia, all these things. He who controls the money controls the people.
Tripping, I'm sliding, and I'm riding through the back like fuck. Bust that on the beat, bro. Deep boat in rap. He a freak though, man. Damn, call like Ember Lambs. Tell him breathe. Let him boys to the front.
And you're not allowed to jaywalk in China. They have facial recognition cameras in every sidewalk. And what they do is if you jaywalk when the light is red, it'll scan your face and it'll deduct money automatically from your bank account. And they'll display you on a big LED board calling you a criminal, all done automatically, remotely. It gets so crazy that in certain places of Shanghai and you want to walk on the sidewalk, you're only allowed to walk in one direction. If you walk in the opposite direction, they scan your face, deduct money from your bank account. And if you don't have money in your bank account, social credit score gets removed. I was in Shanghai, and you're not allowed to jaywalk in China.
Now, you know, a lot of people say, yo, that's not true. You know, like you saw the video before, that AI looking video. They're trying to disseminate the truth, but right, you see, you know, I used to live in Florida, and you know, I would stop at the red light, take a right without stopping for 4 seconds. and the camera will take a picture, and in the mail I'd have to pay for that ticket, which is not even legal because the police is actually supposed to actually watch you do this crime to give you the ticket, but they found loopholes to put the camera up there as if there's a police watching you. But long story short, they already have this in the US and it's been around. Okay, I couldn't even tell you how many tickets I got like that. And that's part of it. Right, this whole jaywalk China thing, that's been around for a while, even here.
The Chinese Communist Party's social credit system doesn't exist. Well, I'm here to tell you it does, but it's not how you think. Those that have low social credit scores are publicly shamed. But that's not all. It's only part of the comprehensive policing and surveillance apparatus, which also includes police drones, Skynet tracking to locate someone who made online comments about the government, and applications to geolocate those around you, as well as facial scans and real ID verifications everywhere you go. These all feed back into the social credit system where you are barred from loans, taking transportation, or owning a business. All of these are made to ensure that people do not speak, do, or to think to challenge the government, because the social restrictions are heavy burdens to bear. The CCP knows where everyone is at all times and what they're doing at all times. This is why they're lying to you to suggest they cannot track down a fentanyl network going out of China. It's simply they're unwilling to look. The goal is to police innocent people in China, not to crack down on mass criminal efforts. Share this.
All right, that's it on that, man. I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS who I learned from. Shalom to those for life preaching His word and truth, sincerity. To you, Ribs, to you sisters out there learning silence and staying in order. I say to you all, Shalom.